Hello, it's Karen here with a bit of a blurb on this week's tarot card, which is the King of Cups. Image-wise, I've used the Golden Botticelli Tarot, a favourite of mine. I've had this deck for a long time and I use it a lot. Now, the King of Cups, technically speaking, is really intended to demonstrate the mastery of the emotional state. So we move from that place of learning about how to deal with emotion through the Knight, the Queen, and at the level of King, we are demonstrating that we have mastery of ourselves and of dealing with things like relationship in its various forms. Now, all of the tarot cards have gradients or a flip side. And the sense that I get about the King of Cups for us in this week is that we're really going to be sitting with the whole gamut of the energy. Yet I feel that a lot of us are actually going to be at least considering I suppose we could call it the darker side of the King of Cups. And that's really not the exact term, but I'll use it for want of something better at the moment. So what I'm talking about here is allowing the awareness to move to that discomfort that we move away from when emotion comes up. We're highly sensitized, and we can, some of us can turn to substance use, drinking alcohol, projecting, looking for the other to, push our emotional stuff onto or to mirror. In other words, not having mastery over our own emotional state. So it's interesting that this card comes up for this particular week. We've just had winter solstice here in Australia, summer in the northern hemisphere. For us here in Oz, we are definitely in the darkest time of the year from a seasonal perspective and, of course, energy-wise as well. So whatever it is for you that shows up when you are not on top emotionally, that's the stuff that you have the opportunity to look at this week. Now, I'm not saying that you're going to get depressed, that you're going to get on the grog or, pop your magic mushrooms or your doctor-prescribed antidepressants or whatever. I'm just saying that it's there and we have an opportunity to look at that and to get some insight into it as we begin our return to the light from the solstice point of view. So it's an interesting time for this really profound card to come up. Now, for some people, it's going to be working on the higher vibe, and that's awesome too. Noticing just how well you do handle emotional situations. And when you see that, or when you're reflecting on that, make sure you give yourself a pat on the back. We're all here on a journey. It's not really about doing well or not doing well. It's more about observing that energy at work in your life. The King of Cups, it's not gender specific, so it's not about just for the guys. It is about all of us and the level of mastery that we have in terms of our own emotional state. So this should be an interesting week, I would imagine. And if you just skim through it, notice that as you move through that you're skimming, that you are just really on top, that you're doing well with this, and enjoy the opportunity to notice what you notice. Have a great week.